findings from rats to man because brains are made of nerve cells, whether we're dealing with rats or men.
No one has identified differences in the anatomy of the human brain with such precision. But if experience affects the two sides of the brain differently, it may also account for some of the sex differences in humans. Caroline Smith is studying how we treat children. She asked mothers to play with children they have never met before.
He's 6 months, so he can't really sit up. So if you put him down on the floor, put a hand behind him to support him. But that's it. You can do what you like, where you like, for 10 minutes.
Smith is analyzing the difference between mothers' reactions to girls and to boys.
What would you like to see? What would you like to see? Would you like to see that? Would you just like to say hello for a minute? That's a funny noise, isn't it?
The toys the mothers offer the babies are influenced by the child's sex.
Hello. 1, 2, 3. Would you like to hold this for a minute? That's a nice smile. That's a nice smile. Would you like to sit on the floor for a minute? Can you crawl? Are you going to start to crawl?
Boys are encouraged to be active, to explore their environment.
Here's the ball. There. That's right. You're getting there. A little bit further. That's it. You've got it. That's right. You've got it. What can you do with it?
Off we come.
But sometimes the children are disguised.
Yeah. Look at this. Oh, my goodness me. My goodness me.
Jamie is a boy, but for the next person, he'll appear to be a girl.
Is it funny? It's funny being a girl, is it? Yeah.
His mother will hand him over as Jane.
There we are. There's a little girl. Very pretty. Very pretty. Okay. Here's Jane. There we are.
Jane. Oh, you are lovely, darling. Aren't you sweet? Look at the lovely darling. Pretty.
Smith finds that we talk more to girls. We often tell them they are pretty, and we encourage them to be less active than boys.
A little bit of yellow here.
So we do treat boys and girls differently.
She's smiling at you, Jane.
We offer them different experiences, encourage different abilities.
She is. She's smiling right at you.
But the question remains, are the different characteristics of males and females mainly the result of experience? Or are they built into the two-sided brain?
Oh, yes. Oh, sweetheart. You're such a pretty girl. Such a pretty girl. Oh, darling. Look.
The answer is probably both. Yet this knowledge tells us practically nothing about individual men and women. Our specialized two-sided brain ensures that we vary in our tastes and talents, skills and abilities, needs and wants. In the end, both sides of the brain work together during most complicated activities. These athletes, for instance, test their limits every time they step onto the floor. They have a keen sense of shapes moving in space, but they also plan, forecast, create, and their creative act involves the whole brain. We are all creative. Whether we're speaking, designing, building, puzzling out the differences between boys and girls, or cooking the perfect meal. It's all a product of our inheritance and environment, of our divided yet harmonious brain. combination gives us a full range of abilities. It accounts for the richness of human thought, the flexibility of human behavior. It drives the flow of intelligence, and it leaves us all with one extraordinary gift, the capacity to create. Research into the two brains is still in its infancy. Many questions are still unanswered. For instance, do the two sides of the brain really think differently? Or is the difference more apparent than real? Do some of us actually rely more on one side than the other? Or does that broad avenue between the two halves, the corpus callosum, minimize our dependency? Someday, we may have a handle on these difficult issues. We may know more completely the effects of culture and sex hormones on our brain's organization. But today, we've reached a point of understanding far above what we once knew. That is, that the left and right sides of our brains together deliver to us the sum total of our thoughts and our knowledge. I'm George Page.